Close games continue to be the norm for the Wisconsin Badgers on Tuesday night. A 5-point win for the home team, 64-59 against Michigan. And another close one, this time it went the other way on Saturday in a 58-57 hard-to-swallow home court loss against Rutgers. We'll check out the highlights from both of those games. We'll hear from Badgers freshman Ross Candelino, young man out of Jacksonville, Florida, and we'll have our weekly sit-down with head coach Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report. Badgers up 1, 8:20 left in the first half. Is Sejan on the catch, top of the circle, goes inside. Nice feed to Crowell, low on the left for the finish. Oh, what a sweet look from Connor Essegian, and it's 19-16 Wisconsin. Here's Hepburn. Badgers move to our right. Chucky left foul line extended. Feeds Crowell for three, left in the circle. Badgers take the lead. Steven Crowell is 45% from three at home. And it's a much different story on the road, but he's home, and that's what matters. Carter at the top of the circle. These are for Connor Essegian, left of the circle. Now it goes into Wall. Tyler, mid-post left, backs on Reber in a double team. Pushed it up in traffic. Got it! Count it! And a foul! Tyler Wall with an and one as the Badgers take the lead. Davis shovels it into Crowell. Off the left block, double team. Open McGee, right corner. He'll try a three. Good. Kamari McGee, his second three-point hit. 50-48 Rutgers with 6.5 minutes to play. Klesmet between the circles, turns it to Wall high on the left. Wall matched up with Reber, feeds Max, fakes the three, sidesteps left for three in the lead. He hit it! Max Klesmet his third three. 51-50 Wisconsin. 5:48 remaining. Wall left of the circle. A pass for McGee. Sends it to Jordan Davis for three, left side. Got it! Jordan Davis with 14 points. Left of the circle. Wall out to Max. Puts it on the deck. Drives the lane. Draw and kick. McGee. Right corner three. Got it again! On the drive and kick. McGee another triple.
Tough, we wanted this one. We're not doing really too high this season, so we wanted to come in here and take the W, but we fell short. We still got a lot of season left, so we can still turn it around. So we just gotta rally the guys in the locker room and keep our heads up, keep rolling.
We need everybody producing. It's great for what Jordan and Kamari did off the bench, but obviously you have to be able to get production in other areas.
The little things, we gotta clean up some stuff defensively, take care of the ball, and shots will fall. We just gotta keep getting good looks, keep moving it, keep trusting the process in one another. We gotta stick together right now and with this, and take it one game at a time moving forward.
This is Wisconsin basketball, and Wall with a steal. Tyler with the pilfer, down the lane, slam dunk. Now it's Jordan Davis for three on the right side, and he sticks it with two. Hepburn, good! Off the glass. Chucky right of the paint, behind the back pass. Crowell for three, straight on, straight in. Let's have a party, Badger Nation! You have yourselves a Big Ten champion!
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
When you've been injured, you need the hometown team on your side. Trust us to get you back in the game. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Kids eat free at all Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee locations. Get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, and chicken fingers. while adults can enjoy burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee stores and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day. Only at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line, innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one during training. No school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
Injured? You need a team you can trust. Call Gruber Law Offices today, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
With the ball is Crowell outside right against Dickinson. Inside feed to a cutting Chucky Hepburn low on the right. He'll catch and finish. And it's 7-3 Wisconsin. We are 2 minutes in. Top of the circle, turns it left side for McGee. Drifting out high, gets it to Crowell. Inside feed for Wall, batted away. Tyler is there to gather. Now Crowell has it. Right foul line extended. Stevie finds the season, moving without the ball. Catches, goes to the rim, and sends it in with the right hand. Side for Wisconsin. He'll throw to Crowell at the top. Hands off to Chucky. Deep three, left of the circle. In and out, no good. Jordan Davis, the rebound, and the putback, yes! Oh, grown man's play inside by Jordan Davis. Wall throwing to Essegian, chased by Buffkin. Now Carter Gilmore has it, top of the arc. A handoff to McGee. Kamari, baseline right, goes to the rim, layup good! Kamari McGee blasting off the right wing. 10:52 to play, 8-point lead Wisconsin. Wall between the circles, throws to Essegian. Fakes right, moves left, goes to the rim again, layup good! Connor Essegian on the attack in back-to-back possessions. Buffkin will get it in to McDaniel. Hepburn started to bother him, now releases. McDaniel glides up the middle of the front court. McDaniel knocked away by Hepburn. Chucky stole the ball with 14 seconds left, and Essegian gets fouled. Hepburn stole it, and Essegian to the line for a pair with 12.7 to play.
Yeah, we seem to keep doing the same thing, towards the end of games, and, we just got to keep finding ways to, grind it out however we need to get the win. And so tonight showed, even when, shots aren't falling, we can find a way to get it done, so we just got to continue to do that, in these last few games we have in this regular season.
I feel like I gave a good spark on both ends, whether it was me just being a pest on the defensive end or getting into the paint and making the right reads. I feel like I was just all over the place, and just gave us the spark that we needed.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Kids eat free at all Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee locations. Get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, and chicken fingers, while adults can enjoy burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee stores and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day. Only at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee.
Been an interesting trend in college basketball. I thought this would be a good time to get into it a bit. I know the coaches, the players would love to get to the free throw line, maybe a little bit more than what they do. But if you look big picture in the Big Ten and maybe throughout college basketball, in a lot of cases, free throw rates are going down, and there are reasons for that. And it's not just because officials are swallowing the whistle. It goes much, much deeper than that. And we welcome in head coach Greg Gard. The old three-point line, you've mentioned it many times, being an equalizer, and it appears to be something that has started to level off the number of free throw attempts going on in the college game.
I think you see a trend, and not just see it. There's data to prove it, that as three-point rate, meaning number of three-pointers per game are attempted, or the percentage of the possessions of the game or result in a three being attempted, their free throw rate has declined, and it's kind of as one's going up, the other one's going down. So that's something you want to see the data behind it. You think that's your eyes tell you that. Obviously, the game has transcended so much. You look at our own Milwaukee Bucks, what they do. They put their 5-man stands outside and shoots threes. So I think the evolution of the game of coming from overseas into the NBA, of the open floor, utilizing the three more, mathematically it makes sense. Why would you not one shot worth three versus two shots to get two at the free throw line? So I think just how the game has evolved, players have evolved too. I think that has changed it. You don't see as many back to the basket bruising 5 men. You see more skill, more shooting, those type of things.
I always felt like in a lot of ways you guys were ahead of the curve when you first arrived here with Coach Ryan, because it was a concept where guards are posting big step out. I don't know how much of that we saw in the Big Ten or throughout college basketball. That was something that you guys were able to maybe take advantage of a little bit.
Yeah, it was. And I think the game, there's been 4 different things that have changed or been modified in that time. You've got the 3-point line has moved twice. You've had a reduction in the shot clock, okay, also, and you've also had the addition of the charge arc. So all those things have one way or another impacted how defenses play, but also the adjustments that offenses have made as the game has transcended, so to speak, and the type of player changes.
And it sounds really simple, but it's a part of the game. Threes are better than twos, right? As a defense, you were trying to get teams to take tough, long twos, correct?
Right, exactly. And we always nothing at the rim or very little at the rim, very good in transition, and not give up threes. Conversely, on the other end, we want things at the rim, not a lot of intermediate shots, and like I said, if we can get good threes, even early in a clock, that's to our advantage.
I looked back, right now, you guys, I think 41% of the shots are 3-point attempts, which is a lot, but a championship season that you guys had in the 1920 season, that was like 44%. That's how the team was built, right? You had guys who could do it, but that's the perfect example. If you can get a good look at a three, let it fly.
Well, like I said, mathematically, you just do the math of how many threes it takes, how many free throws it takes to offset making threes. So, like I said, I think just more than anything, how the game has changed and what the players, what their skill sets come with is more adapt, because it's everywhere, so it's not just here that the 3-point line is being influential. You see that across the developmental leagues too, and before they get to college.
It's interesting. There was that 8-year stretch where the number of attempts throughout college basketball is going up, and it's interesting to me because at times we've seen the line move, and a couple of years ago when they kicked it out a little bit more, maybe the thought was there would be fewer attempts, but that really has not affected that at all.
It's actually, to a degree, maybe it creates more, because now you got the spacing is more, so you got more driving kicks, more of those, so you're creating help, and you end up with maybe even more open threes because of the spacing on the floor. You get further apart, all those type of things. You have to rely on help more, got to be better on the ball. So the rate of 3-point shots has not dipped when they back the lineup. So I don't know if that was the intent. I think it was more for spacing and trying to have more freedom of movement, spread people out, so it wasn't such a mosh pit going through the lane. And the 3-point, like I said, the 3-point shot is definitely a huge weapon.
You mentioned a couple of minutes ago the Milwaukee Bucks. It was a really interesting article. I think I was telling you about it before we started recording. Chris Ballard wrote it for Sports Illustrated. And Brook Lopez, for a while in his career, quite a while, he was a post player. Now he's become that definite 3-point threat. And part of the story was you kind of wondering, is it going to turn back at any point? Do you think in the college game that it might just over the course of time, I don't know if a hard shift, but maybe would trend back the other way?
I think you're always going to see trends come and go, fads come and go. But, the game, regardless, high school, AU, any level of college, you go into the professional ranks, not just the NBA. You look Europe and the other professional leagues. If you can't shoot, there's not many spots for you. Mm-hmm. So, and we've seen that not only with our own that have had attempts to go to another level, but players that we felt we played against in our league were really, really good in college. They didn't have the ability to shoot, and that's where really those that are making and signing those paychecks for professional players, they premium is so much on shooting right now, and you can see why. I mean, it's obvious. You want more shooters, more scorers on the floor. The more shooters you can have, the more floor gets space. So they get space. So that's something that shooting is always going to be at a high premium.
All right, interesting topic. And to you youngsters out there, shoot. Learn how to shoot the basketball, not just in close. Work yourself into a threat from all over the floor. Stay with us. We have more to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. We believe in financial security for Wisconsin public school employees and their families. WEA Member Benefits, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. WEABenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
WEA Member Benefits, dedicated to helping Wisconsin public school employees become financially secure with programs designed for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. WEABenefits.com.
We continue with our player interviews, and we're going to get you a chance to meet Ross Candelino, a young man out of Jacksonville, Florida, his first year with the Badger program. So, Ross, I guess the first question is, your dad played at Marquette, but wow, I think in Jacksonville, Florida, from Jacksonville to Madison. Got to take us through that process where you thought, hey, this looks like it's going to be a great fit for me.
Yeah, so throughout high school, I was getting interest, and I had offer from Americans, talking to a bunch of mid-major Patriot League schools, and I believe I was in exams, so I went to go play pickup, and I come back to my phone, and Coach O had texted me and said, when is a good time to call? So of course I was like, wow, so I picked up the phone, called him right away, and I went up there that Friday, so I think it was Wednesday. Literally was up there on Friday, toured around Madison, talked to the coaches, and I just, when you know, and when people say this is a family, other colleges will say that, but it's a recruiting tactic, but it's actually a family here. It's not just a jersey you put on, you take it off, and you don't talk to anybody outside. It's family off and on the court through everything. So yeah. I knew right when they asked me, I was like, I'll do it. Now we're here.
Very nice. But Dean Oliver is Coach O, by the way. I'm sure most of you know that, but for those who don't. So, you said you kind of knew that right away. What was it about? Were there a couple guys in particular you felt like outside of Coach Oliver, a couple of the players you hit it off with right away? What gave you that feel?
So this was after exams, so none of the players were here. Mm-hmm. So actually we went in the locker room, and Jordan Davis was just getting ready to leave to head back to lacrosse home. So I said what's up to him, obviously, but I didn't really get to chat up with him. But just the coaches, how open and welcoming they were just right away, not even knowing me, how they treated my family, my mom and dad, myself. It was just amazing all around. Coach Gard, Coach Crabb, Coach Blackburn, Coach O, everybody had a helping hand in, and everybody was amazing.
I was reading up on you, and your dad played at Marquette for a couple of years, and you had to get rid of some of the blue and gold. Apparently.
Yeah, definitely.
What was that like, being over there in December and being a part now of this rivalry, the Wisconsin Marquette series?
It was very cool. My dad and mom actually came up for the game. My dad actually had a few of his old players text him. It was like, you haven't been up here since your college days, and now you decide to come back. And he texted him, blood's thicker than the water. He was in there with his Wisconsin stuff on. My mom was too, and they were cheering for us. So
a couple of us old guys, when we watch you guys practice, one of the first things we notice about you is that's a really good-looking shot. Yours is just a good-looking stroke, and maybe because it's a lefty, whatever. But has that always been an area of your game, even in the high school, that you just felt real confident? Because it looks like everything is going up. Everything that leaves your hands is going in. Has that always been a strength of yours?
Shooting has definitely always been a strength. I was actually in 8th grade. I was 5'3", so that that was about the only thing I can do, and then thankfully I sprouted up to like 6'1", 6'2" by my freshman year. But shooting was always one of my big things that kept me on the court. But then later, as I started to develop down the road, I realized you can't just shoot. You gotta play defense, most importantly, and be able to handle the ball, go in the post a little bit too.
Didn't you lead your team in charges taken?
I did. Yeah, I did. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, it was very competitive down there, and who took the most charges on the team. So some teams argue about who scores the most. My team argued about who took the most charges. So.
I'm guessing that really caught the attention of the coaches here because they kind of like that, right? So what has it been? I'm getting the impression that I think I know where you're going to go, what the answer is, but has this been everything that you thought here so far, first time around? I mean, you go to France, you go to the Bahamas, you play basketball in a baseball park, everything that you thought it would be and maybe then some so far?
Yeah, it's been everything and more. I couldn't be more blessed and thankful to be in this spot and opportunity. Just coming every day. Like you said, France, Bahamas, played in the Brewer Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, people are excited to do even just one of those in 1 year, and not even a year here, and I've done 3 of them, and there's many more to come, and so many more trips. And
have you had, you get in the scout assignments, we've seen you in games, obviously, but have you had a favorite scout assignment so far? Has there been some guys, you're emulating some prolific shooter? Has there been somebody you're like, hey, I'm really looking forward to this today, see what I can do?
Not that I can really put my finger. I just love when we make them run. It's my favorite thing. I know it's not their favorite thing, but it's my favorite thing. Just to beat them and just to have them run, to know you're doing your job, make them better. You feel accomplished, but you just got to keep going, do it again the next day too.
And that's the thing. What you guys do on the scout team, it does make them better, and there's a lot of pride that goes into that every day, right? With all of you guys, with the scout team. So.
Yeah. No, we look to attack every day almost as a game. So as much game like we can give them. So when they go out there and they're prepared, and I want to make the games easier than practice for them.
You guys have, I think fans got to watch this if they watched the BTN, the series when you guys were over in France. You guys have a little thing going in games too, right? It's kind of, is it the bench mob, whatever you want to call it. But and that got started over there in France though, right? What you were able to do to help your teammates. Take us through that a little bit.
So the gyms were super small, hot, no AC. So I mean, everybody come out of the game, they're pounding, headache, throbbing, everything's sweating. So you give them a lift any way you can, pat on the back, cheer them up. So me, Isaac Gard, Justin Taphorn, Luke Hurdle, we were all just trying to get momentum going for them, make it easier on them, help them out, and just get an advantage really.
That's the fun part of it though, right?
Yeah.
And you could probably tell those guys hear it, and it kind of juices them up a little bit,
they
right?
Love it, yeah.
All right.
Some people feed into it. Kles loves it. Max Klesman loves it. He feeds into it.
Hey, if whatever works, right? That's Ross Candelino. Stay with us. We have more to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line, innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one. During training, no school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
On Wednesday night, the Badgers are right back here at the Kohl Center taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes, an 8 o'clock tip here in Madison. Then it's on the road for a Sunday afternoon rematch with the Michigan Wolverines. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.
Kids eat free at all Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee locations. Get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, and chicken fingers, while adults can enjoy burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee stores and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day. Only at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.